morality has been defended, atheist morality has been defended on so many occasions, and once we complete the tenets of step 1, then it will be even more defined, so they won't be able to use that against us quite so much anymore. Although they will say we're just paying lip service, but we can tell them, fuck you. The third step is improve. And what this refers to is basically we improve the world in general, and we improve the way we are viewed in the society as atheists. How we improve the world is simple. We just make contributions to things. We make sure that we are the ones that are contributing to cancer research. We're the ones that are contributing to tsunami victims and hurricane victims and all those people. We're always giving money. We're always giving time. We're out there feeding homeless people. We're out there working the fucking shelters. We're out there in the soup kitchens and shit. We're always doing that kind of shit. We need to always be we always need to be doing that, and for our own image's sake, we need to demand fucking credit for it. And I don't mean in the humble, like, well, look, I do this because it makes me feel good. No, we need to flat out say, look at what a good job we're doing for the society, and demand praise. Fuck being humble about it. We need to demand praise, and we need to make sure we fucking get it. We need to basically get to the point where atheism outshines Christianity as far as community service goes, as far as contributions go. We already do, really. Atheist scientists have contributed more to this world than every religious icon put together, and we don't demand credit for it. If someone's cancer is cured, the cancer treatments that were probably developed by atheists, in all likelihood, and probably treated by atheist doctors in all likelihood, are credited to God. And we never fucking put our foot down and say, no, motherfucker, God had nothing to do with it. It was all medical science. You didn't see God helping. It's funny that God didn't do shit before medical science came along. Isn't that really kind of strange that God was never curing cancer up until man invented chemotherapy? Isn't that fucking bizarre? Now, the fourth step is reshape. And what this refers to is reshaping the society. Now, this is when this step can only be performed once the first three steps have been performed pretty well. This will take, quite a long time, maybe not even within our lifetimes, quite possibly not within our lifetimes. So, really, I don't even know why I'm mentioning it here. I guess it's the egotism of thinking that this strategy will become popular and spread and become a codified. But it is anyway. Because this requires us to have serious power and leverage in the society. Now, the first thing we should do, in my opinion, is maximize personal freedom. Get rid of all auxiliary morality that doesn't make any fucking sense. No drug laws. None of these crazy prison sentences where people are getting sent to jail for 20, 30-something years for these little petty crimes. We just want complete freedom, and, in every way that's possible. The only freedoms that we shouldn't have are the ones that violate the freedoms of other people. I think we need to create a greater appreciation for the arts and the sciences, and we do this through the education system. Instead of just educating kids in this, we need to, the education system is shit right now. We need to basically improve upon it as much as we possibly can, and I think we could do that through, instead of having these government-owned and controlled schools, we set specific standards for schools and then largely privatize them. Decentralized government control. Okay? The reason this is, you might not think this has much to do with atheism, but the reason that we need to decentralize government control is so statism doesn't fill the void, alright? We don't want people saying, okay, well, I can't turn to Jesus anymore because it's pretty much been proved to me that it's thoroughly irrational. So instead, I'll worship Uncle Sam. We don't want statism replacing religion. We don't want anyone getting too fucking powerful in this country. We don't want any fucking idols. We want power to be distributed as evenly as possible among the fucking people. Now, that might sound a little communistic, but if you really think about it, I'm pretty sure you'll come to the conclusion that it's not. And then we also need to promote charity and permit ego. Now, you see these big companies now, these big rich billionaires and shit. Right now, they're not going to give any money to charity for the most part because there's nothing. We don't make it sexy to them. If we start promoting it in a way that it becomes an ego trip for them, like they can brag how much money they have so much money. I have so much money that I gave away such and such amount to charity, and they get to that point, then you're going to see a lot more money going to charity. And as people can as it becomes permissible, if we make it permissible to brag about how much you give, then people are going to be giving a lot more, because that's just the way things go. I mean, people are motivated by social status, and really, one of the ways that people assert dominance is by giving things. If you look throughout nature, many species, they give gifts to one another as a way of asserting dominance over one another. It's like, look, I have so much wealth that I can afford to give this to you, and human beings have done it throughout history. We have these little potlucks where, these guys try to outdo each other by giving each other these hugely extravagant gifts, and, they usually end up bankrupting themselves trying to give it away to one another. But instead of having it between two rich people where they give each other extravagant gifts, we have it where rich people and middle-class people are always giving gifts to the unfortunate to prove themselves, and hopefully that will kind of motivate people to help the needy in a way that it also strokes their own egos, and I think that'd be a great thing. And the fifth step is dissolve. This one doesn't have any kind of sub-steps. This one is pretty self-explanatory. As religion fades away, so will atheism. There's no need for it anymore. When you live in a secular world, there's no reason to call yourself a secularist. Any more reason than there is right now to say, hey man, look at me, I'm breathing. Man, this blood keeps on flowing. Man, this ground sure is fucking solid, huh? Sure is some solid ground here. It just becomes something obvious. And, hopefully there will come a day where no one has to say, I'm an atheist, but people have to actively say, I am a theist. Because we're never going to get rid of religion entirely, but we could get rid of it so much that the people who follow it are kind of looked down as the ones who are extremists on the fringe. And we can make sure, if we set this thing up right, that they never make a comeback. And that's my strategy. I'm sure that I'm going to have plenty of people arguing with it. I think a lot of people will probably support it, but I don't know. You never know until you see how it's received. Amazing Atheist, peace the fuck out. And Draven Bane, don't be afraid of fuck. It's cool. You can say it, man. Just say fuck once. I'll leave you alone about it. Just turn on a video, start a video. I want to see this from you, Draven Bane. I want to see a video it starts rolling, and there's your pretty face with your crazy hair and all that, and you say, fuck, and then the video ends. Just do it, man. It'll be so liberating for you. Don't give yourself a little box to live in. Curse. Curse. Curse, bitch, curse! Alright. Seriously, peace the fuck out.